What's up, beautiful people? It's me, Tyra J, back again with another one. And today I'm giving you 3 steps to changing and transforming your world. So first, I just want to start off with a prayer. So if you are watching this, I would appreciate you to close your eyes, bow your heads, and keep your palms up laying on your lap, okay? So my prayer for you today is that you are able to transform your world and surrender your soul to the universe. You are able to change your life for the better. You are able to see nothing but positivity. You are able to overcome all the hurt, all the pain, all the trauma that you've endured your entire life, and you're able to see the light that you have secretly hidden inside of you. And that's it. Tyra J. Well, before we start, I just want, if you're not subscribed to my channel, I do want you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button now. It will be more motivational speakings that I will be giving to you. So don't worry, this will not be the only one. And just make sure you subscribe, hit the bell every time I post a video so you will be notified, okay? So I did take a few notes on what I feel my process was when it comes to how to transform your world and what I did and the steps that I'm currently taking. So I just want to start by saying there are 3 steps, and to me the very first step I think you need to take is discover your soul's purpose. Meaning, why are you here? Understanding that there is a reason why you are placed on this earth, not just to simply be another human being and calculated into the population of the world. You know what I'm saying? So in regards to discovering your purpose, you do have to do a few things for yourself and your soul. Meaning, live and speak your truth. When I say speak your truth, I mean don't be someone else. Don't hold yourself in or okay, so just a disclaimer, I did take a few notes on how I transformed my world from anxiety, depression, bipolar, going through life, having a few suicidal thoughts and things like that, to a place where I am able to say that I love myself, and I love myself fully. I love myself more than anybody will ever know, and I love myself more than I will ever show, because I don't have to show someone that I love me. I'm okay with me, and I know that I still have more learning to do. I have still more growing ups to do, and I'm okay with that, because we are all learning and growing. We're a work in process, and I'm only 27, so of course I have so much stuff to learn. I have a huge life to live. But here in this video, I'm giving you the 3 steps that I took and I am currently taking to transform my life for the better. So the very first step that I did was discover my soul's purpose. What I am placed on this world to do. Why I am here. Am I supposed to be a motivational speaker? Am I supposed to be a visual artist? Am I supposed to be a teacher? Am I supposed to love children? What am I supposed to do? Because you can have 10,000 skills, but it's kind of like, which one of those are you really going to channel your energy into and focus on more and make that your purpose? You have a purpose, but you can also make it your purpose as well. And little do you know, the one that you tend to make your purpose, that could possibly be your soul's purpose, because you see what you're most passionate about and how your whole entire mind and thought process shifts to that. So in regards to discovering your soul's purpose, the one thing you do have to do is live and speak your truth. Own who you are as a person and don't care. Like I said in the beginning, I love me, and I don't have to show that I love me. You will be able to see it. People will come up to me like, oh, you're so beautiful. Your skin is just glowing, it's just clearing up. You seem so happy. I love this. I love you. It would just end up flowing upon you without even unconsciously even noticing. So Speak your truth. Be you. If you're going through life and you're struggling, own that, because a struggle is real. A struggle is a sign that something else is about to happen more better for you. A struggle is a sign that life is happening. A struggle is a sign that you have something coming that God put on your heart, that is the reason why you're struggling. Excuse me. If you are having a bad day, or if you are having a good day, or you hate life, or you are in this point of life you just can't do it, you just don't want to feel anymore, own that. Own it. But you do have to figure out what is your next solution to overcoming that. You don't sit in sorrow, because of course pity is self-pity. You're putting self-pity on yourself every day, and misery loves company. So the more you're sitting around miserable, imagine how everything around you starts to become, because you put that miserable energy into the world, and the universe is going to give that back to you tenfold. Like karma. Everybody say karma exists. Karma works fast. It comes around in full circle. Yeah, energy does too, rather it's good energy or bad energy. That's why people say, oh, good karma, bad karma. Energy is the same way, because it's all in the universe. It's all within us and our soul, which is why you have to find your purpose. You have to be you, no matter what. Be you, regardless of what other people think, regardless of what other people say, regardless of just period. Remember your beliefs. Remember who you are as an individual, and own that. Speak your truth. And that ties into the second thing, is love yourself. Love yourself at a higher level, or at an equal level to how you love others. Most of the time, people tend to give unconditional love to literally everyone around them but themselves. And you tend to realize that I'm hurting. I can't get this love that I'm giving to all these people, and why not? Because I'm holding, or you're holding, this expectation of, oh, I'm loving this person so much, that person should be loving me back. Not even in relationships, but just in general. A natural feeling is love, because love is a beautiful thing, but it's also hurtful. It's also conniving. It's also envy within love. It's also happiness. It's also peace. Love is so many things that you cannot put a label on it. So when in fact you do have to do it for yourself and love yourself before anything, before anyone. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like stop loving other people, stop loving hard, stop giving unconditional love, because yeah, you should. I do. I love everyone unconditionally, rather they love me back or not. But you have to get to the point in your life where you're okay with not receiving the same love back. You're okay with not understanding why this individual is unable to love the way you love. But you have to also realize that everybody's definition of love is not the same, which is why I said you can't put a label on what love is. You just can't. So you can't expect how you love is to be the same way someone else loves. But you do have to love yourself how you want to be loved. Love yourself, so your lip is not on the ground every day. Love yourself enough to know that you are enough. Third thing I'm going to go into is stop caring about what other people think. I mentioned that when I said be you, live your truth. That's a huge step into living your truth. Like now, like for instance me, it took me a really long time to figure out me and who Tyra J really is. It's like I knew how I wanted my life to go, and I knew where I wanted to be mentally, but I was more focused on, why aren't people supporting me? Why don't they think how I think? Why aren't they, this is a great thing, right? Why? That was always the question that I asked, because I was more so concerned about, okay, if I did this, should I be doing this? Are they gonna like this? Is someone gonna care? Is this person gonna pay attention? Am I doing enough to make that person notice? When in fact, none of that matters, because You are whole within you. You don't care about another person's opinion. You know the saying of people's opinion don't matter. That's what I'm saying. It just doesn't matter what people think of you, because at this point they have their own problems that they're struggling with that you have no control over. Just like you have the things that you're going with and they don't have no control over it. So if you are developing more and more and more, and someone is still in a place in their life when they're like stagnant, of course that person is going to be looking at you like, damn, what the fuck, how, when, how, where, and they're going to envy you, because not too many people is going to cheer you on. They may cheer you on secretly, but those real people, that real love, you're going to know it. But it's a huge amount of people that's going to be low-key hating, and that you can't let that be your problem. You can't let that be your downfall. You can't let that be the reason why you're wondering why or what if or should this be occurring, because that faults you. Now you're in a mode where you're unsure of yourself because you're concerned with the next person and how they're doing things. What I say is, I don't worry about someone else until I'm on. I'm going to put myself on first, and then I'll come back and get you. I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm not going to leave you there. I got you. I'm going to support you. I'm going to be here 100% tenfold. But I'm going to worry about me fully, and I'm going to figure out my shit, and I'm going to figure out how to get on and do what I need to do for me, for my own purpose and my own being, and then I'm gonna double back and help you out. Let me help myself out, and then I'm gonna help you out. So don't expect me to stop what I'm doing and stop with my moves, because we both, unless your ambition is like my ambition, we both gonna fall. And then nextly is stop trying to fit in. When I say stop trying to fit in, it's kind of like, stop going places where you know you're not praised. Stop going places where just because. Stop going places because, oh, I knew her or I knew him, so let me just show up just to say I showed up. Don't, I hate the term, even though I use it too, oh, I'm just going to show my face. Like, why? Like, you don't really want to go. You don't really want to do this. So my thing is, be real with the shit. Like, oh yeah, I'm sorry I can't make it. You don't have to make up a dumbass lie like, oh, I'm sick, I don't feel good, but just don't show up. Like, be real with yourself, and real will come back to you. Stop trying to be a people pleaser. I feel like people who try to fit in to literally every single thing are people pleasers, and they have this insecurity within them. Excuse me, my mouth is dry. Oh, that's my favorite whiskey. Actually, no, it's not actually. It's like brandy. But anyway, dark liquor is my favorite. But anyways, I feel like people who try to fit in are people pleasers, where they don't know who or which way to go. It's like you want to go here and this way, but then you also want to do this. You want to go to the club, you want to be one of those Instagram models or go to the club to do this and get it popping, but when in fact you don't really be on that. Like, that's not what you do. That's not like you. If you a homebody, cool. If you like brunch and day parties, cool, but you don't have to confide or fold because you got 3 friends that's turning up all the time and you want to hang. Okay, you figure out something else for you to do. How about y'all do brunch the next morning? How about y'all go to a day party? How about y'all come over, chill, sip wine, something that y'all all equally do without you compromising yourself just to hang with these motherfuckers, you know? Nextly is just stop. Sometimes you just literally have to stop and take a breather and double back again. And I'm just gonna leave that there because I do that all the time. Before my anxiety kicks in, I stop. I step back. I breathe. Like fully breathe to the point where, you know, because we cheat our breathing sometimes. You breathing to the point where you're breathing all the way in and like your stomach expand completely. Hold it for about 2 seconds and exhale it all out. Imagine how many times, if you do that like 5 or 6 times a day, like literally deep breathing, stop, sit in the silence, deep breathe in, allow your stomach to expand completely out, and then exhale. How much easier life would be if you did that. Try it. Do it right now. Do you see how calm you feel? That's the calmest moment of like your entire day or your entire life, where you just instantly just stop and you breathe. You don't have to worry or take in nobody problems, your problems. No, the world stops because you allow your brain to stop. You allow every single thing around you. You hear absolutely nothing. It's just all a blur because you're at this point where you're like, the calm. It's like sitting outside at the beach and you hearing the ocean waves. That's exactly what that is. You hear nothing but peace and harmony. Discovering your soul's purpose. That's step 1. Step 2 is what I call infinite intelligence. It's a few things. It's a few things. So first you have to forgive yourself. Sometimes you may need to say out loud, I forgive myself for changing for someone else. I forgive myself for not going into that passion or not going into that school that I wanted to do because of someone else and because of I was afraid. I forgive myself for being afraid. I forgive myself for not doing what I wanted to do today. It can simply be, I can forgive myself for not eating as much as I should. I forgive myself for not exercising as much as I should. I forgive myself for not praying as much as I should, because you know deep down inside you should be doing these things, but you're just not because of why. You're being lazy, you're procrastinating, you feel like, oh, I'll eventually do it. I'll eventually get there. But no, you're not. You're not going to eventually get there because every day you say the same thing. So you do. The first thing you have to do before anything else is forgive yourself. And then when you forgive yourself for your own choices, either it's because you didn't know or it was simply a bad decision on top of another bad decision, you're able to become one with you. Then you're able to follow up and forgive others. Now, which is a whole nother process of when you're able to forgive someone else, you're able to understand that an apology does not matter because you're forgiving that person for you, because you are the one that matter. You're the one that's transforming your world to be more positive. You're the one that's trying to get into a better place. Just because they didn't say sorry, maybe they're dealing with whatever they need to do and they're not understanding what an apology means. Or they at a point in their life like me. I don't apologize for anything that I purposely did, or I don't apologize for anything that I know I meant. If I say something to you and you feel a way about it, you should check your emotions. You should check how you feel about it, because when I speak, I don't speak on ill will. I don't speak on intent, like hurtful intent. I speak on, I'm gonna give you this shit straight, and if you don't like it, I don't know, like I don't know what to tell you, because you need to hear it, because you're not gonna hear it from nobody else. But I'm never speaking to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm never speaking to belittle anyone. I'm speaking as this is how I want it. Give it to me straight, no matter how hard or dark it is. Give it to me straight, because I need that. Not a lot of people in this world is going to give it nobody straight. I'm not saying that's being real, because being real is being you. And if you're not being you, what are you being? So when I say forgive others, I was saying people who don't apologize, that could be their mindset, how my mindset is. Not saying that I don't apologize or I don't say sorry for things, because when I know that I genuinely hurt someone, oh yeah, I'm going to apologize, but I will make it clear that it's not I didn't necessarily mean to hurt you. What I said was truthful, and I apologize for your feelings being hurt. I'm not apologizing for what I said to you. Or you got those people they just don't give a fuck because they have their own problems. They're hurting. They're mentally deranged to the point where it's like they need an apology. They haven't gotten to the point of forgiving themselves. And that's cool. You should be okay with that. You should be okay with you're not the only person in the world that has problems. The next step is, well, the step two, under step two, is go to the silence. Go to the silence is when I was saying just stop. Go to the silence is something that is necessary for meditation. It's necessary for the mental, emotional, physical. Every single thing you have is going to the silence. You have to understand. I'm going to read this quote to you. You have understanding the silence is not something that can be divided. It's not physical. You can't touch silence, so you can't rip it apart. You can't destroy it. It's always going to exist for what exactly is. Nothing. So I want to give you guys this quote. I'm so sorry I cannot remember the man's name, but if I find it, I will list it up here above. If not, I just can't find the video that I was watching. However, the most important part is the quote that he gave me. It is, laws of the material world does not apply to the presence that is not realized. Meaning, to me, this means like it doesn't exist. Something, you can't put a law or rule to something that does not physically, or is not something. Everybody want to put a label, they want to put rules, they want to put an explanation of why you're supposed to do this, a lifestyle, a reality to something. But the only thing that you can't put that to is silence, which is why people tend to not be able to go into the silence, because they're not aware of it. They're not aware of their own silence, their own consolidation, their own inner being. So when you're able to stop the entire world and listen to yourself and listen to what's going on inside of you and listen to the dark silence, you will be able to understand. My next step is your intuition. Listen to your inner voice of what is telling, what are you telling yourself? What is the universe telling you? Sometimes we tend to go about and not follow our intuition because we want to give people an opportunity to change. You want to try this, you want to do it this way, follow this path. But the thing is, in order to find your soul's purpose, you do have to follow your intuition, because it's not going to steer you wrong. I can say that you're never on the wrong path. You're just you're managing it just completely wrong. I'll say that again. You're never on the wrong path in life to get to your journey of happiness and success. Sometimes you're just managing it wrong, but you're still going in the right direction. Unless you're just demonic and you, but that's a whole other time for a whole other lifestyle that I just don't channel, so I can't discuss that with you. The last thing is to tune out all the negative things around you, even the negative things amongst your silence. Meaning, if you're thinking negative thoughts, you're definitely going to receive the negative thoughts back, because energy is transferable. That's something that I live by. So if you're dishing out, even not verbally saying it out loud, but you're thinking it, you're still giving it off to the universe, and the universe is like, okay, this is who she is. This is what it is. This is what it is. So you're making the universe understand that you're a procrastinator, or you always don't feel like it. So when the time comes to present you with a blessing, the universe is going to be like, oh no, she's not going to feel like it, or he doesn't feel like it, or he's going to push it to tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes and your blessing don't happen, it's because we wanted to give you that blessing today, and you are more so talking about what you'll do this, and you'll do this, and you write this, and you write that, rather than listening to that voice in your head telling you what you should and shouldn't be doing, or what you need to be doing, or pushing you to your passion and the place how you should be searching for to find your soul's purpose. And, excuse me, my mouth is dry. Step 3 is what I call strengthening your spirituality. This is not a step where we need to get religious, we need to go to church, things like that, because no, I'm not religious at all. But I do understand that there is something higher than me. There's something bigger than me. definitely bigger than all of us. The universe is telling you that it's more than life, than human being itself, in animals, than nature. It's so much going on in one little space of the world that is, I'm just not the highest on the top of the top of the scale. People want to make it seem like the humans are on the highest scale, but then when in fact we're not. That's when you understand that you're strengthening your spirituality, because you know of and how God works. And if you don't know God or how God works, you're in a place mentally where you should be trying to discover that. I'm not saying pray. I'm not saying read the Bible and follow this man-made book, but I do read scriptures. Some of those things do speak to you, but you should pray. You don't have to make it gender-based, or I'm praying to this black man in the sky, I'm praying to this white man in the sky, I'm praying God is a woman. No, I'm not saying any of that. I'm just saying believe in, you do have to believe in something. You do have to believe that life is happening for a reason, and it's coming from somewhere. Life is happening to you, either it's good or bad, it's coming from somewhere outside of you. And when you understand and know about God, you will be able to take it to a higher level of knowing that you are of God yourself. You are a part of God. God is within you. God is within me. God is within everyone, which is why I will never place a gender on what God is to me. I would never say God is a man. I would never say God is a woman. You would never hear me say that, nor I would ever be able to accept someone saying that to me, because how do you know? I'm God, to my knowledge, and you are too. And in that moment of understanding that you are God, you're able to free your thoughts that you are more than just simply a human being. You are more than just a calculation in the world's population, because I know I'm more than that. I'm not just a statistic. I'm definitely not. And that's how you will become more one within you, and you will understand how godly you are, and you'll be able to step a little higher in your mental understanding that I am not just a human being, but I'm a divine being. The same guy, he said that when you're able to understand that you're simply not just a human being, it frees your mind and your being in general from all the limitations, like rules, laws, what he thinks, what she thinks, just period. It frees you and it allows you to become full. It fills your spirit and it fills your whole up to the point where nothing can touch you, nothing can stop you, because you're feeding your soul with that energy. You're feeding it out and it's feeding it back to you, and you become, like I said, not just a human being, but a godly figure, a divine being. Because that's what I am. That's what I believe I am, and that's what I believe the people that I come in contact with, they are the same. And then the last thing is turn fear into faith. That's one of the hardest things someone can do if they're at a pivotal point in their life where it's like they're just so unsure of themselves. You have to be prayerful. You have to understand that this is not the end all be all. This is not it. Tomorrow is going to be something completely different. Either it's another problem or a blessing. It's still today, and how today went is today. But today is not going to affect tomorrow unless you allow it to. So Tupac said, fear is stronger than love. Is it? Because I think love is the strongest thing that exists without a physical appearance. Because love is fear to me. Because you can't put a label on what love is. Love is good, love is bad, love is up, love is down, love is complicated, love is unconditional, love is all of the things that you want love to be, realistically. Rather than fear, you can actually label that as what it is. Meaning, oh shit, like, oh, I saw on the news bungee jumping, someone bust their shit and they died. I'm never doing that. You're terrified. You're labeling your fear as something specific, which is for fear. Oh, I didn't study for my test. I think I'm gonna fail. I'm not sure. Or and is my girlfriend gonna break up with me? Is my guy gonna break up with me? Is he cheating? Your fear of what's gonna happen next if everything isn't perfect. And you do have to understand that life is not perfect. Shit happens. But is fear really stronger than love? I don't know. I don't think so, but it might be. But that's me, guys. But that's me, guys. That's how I have been transforming my world into positivity. Like I went to this conference last weekend, and it was labeled Harnessing the Power of Positivity. If you check back in my last video, you are able to see little snippets of it. It was amazing. It was helping you channel all the positive things in your life, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of these things. And you do have to start with you. So whenever you're ready to transform your world, these are the steps that I took, and I hope they help you. So this is Tara J, and if you have any more questions or comments or dislikes or disagreements, definitely comment below. Let me know, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so you know every time I post a video, and that's that. Peace.